All right, so this video, this is a Trump supporter writes racist message to waiter on receipt and regrets it instantly. The fact that there are so many of these stories out there is just absolutely insane. It's mind-boggling that there are so many videos of Trump supporters doing dumb shit and then finding out. This shouldn't be this consistent, but it is. So let's check out this video.
At Casuela's Mexican Cantina on East Broad
The
Street
Art
tell
of the
me
Steal.
they love their job and
What
they
up, Perry?
love serving people. They say Sunday afternoon they were doing just that.
Apparently, this lady came in and Ricardo, who is a great person, was taking care of her. He only...
You know the worst part about that? He has to start it with Ricardo, who's a great person. Also, why are they watching dental stuff in the background there? What is that TV show that's in the... They're like watching somebody get their teeth cleaned. Oh, he has to start it by saying Ricardo, who's a good person.
Apparently, this lady came in and Ricardo, who is a great person, was taking care of her. He only worked here one day a week, which is Sunday. He has 2 jobs.
After the woman and her family left,
He has 2 jobs. Ah, welcome to America.
they found this on the table, a receipt. But instead of the tip, the woman wrote this hateful.
Oh my God. 0 tip, 0. You suck. And then they wrote, like, you can tell this is an old person because they wrote it like it was a check. They wrote $87.84 and then they spelled out $87.84 of 100 cents. Yeah, that's an old person. Why did they? Oh, you can almost tell what her name is. Oh, you can almost. That's some. They're doxing her. I hope Trump deports you. I wonder why people have such a negative attitude towards Trump supporters. I wonder why people think such negative things about Trump supporters. I mean, it's not like there is visual evidence that we come across on a day-to-day basis that they say racist shit. It's so strange. It really is. It's weird why people think such negative things about Trump supporters. I hope Trump deports you. Like, I've said this before, like, I'm the type of person that has a really hard time going to a person's job and making their job worse for them, right? Like, I grew up, my mom would be in line at the Blockbuster, and she was already in a mood, and you could just tell she was about to take it out on this poor 16-year-old kid that just wants her to rewind the goddamn VHS tape, right? And I'd always just like, oh, God damn it, no, we're going to do this? I don't want to do this, right? Like, I'm the person that, like, when I come to your work, if you're a waiter or a waitress, you're going to get a tip. You're probably going to get a tip. I mean, you would have to do the worst possible things to me to not get a tip. Even, like, poor service, even if the person doesn't bring me my beer or it takes a long time, most of the time I'm of the opinion that it's not the waiter's fault. It's usually something that's going on. They're understaffed or, you know, the kitchen's slow. Generally, I'm going to tip you, and I'm going to tip you real good, right? Because I got enough money. I'm not wealthy, but I got enough money to pass along an extra 10 or 20 bucks to a person to make their life a little bit better. Just, you know, I'm trying to be a good person. You know, I'm trying to help. The last thing I could ever see myself in my life doing is something like this. This is crazy.
One day a week, which is Sunday. He has 2 jobs.
After the woman and her family left, they found this on the table, a receipt.
I'm gonna look
But
into
instead
that,
of the
Reverend.
tip,
Those are
the woman
interesting
wrote
statistics.
this hateful message.
It's just not right.
So that happened on
$7
March
oops.
2nd, and as you can see here, the woman tipped $0 on an $88 bill and wrote, "You suck, I hope Trump deports you" at the bottom of the receipt to a server who works multiple jobs.
Like, you couldn't have just not tipped. Like, that's bad enough. You couldn't have just not tipped. Instead, you had to literally write, "You suck," and "You hope Trump deports you," which this dude has 2 jobs. I bet he's more productive than this lady has ever been in her entire fucking life. Like, you had to write that out.
Now, aside from the obvious racism here, I also want to take the time to point out this Karen's entitlement because in the state of Ohio, servers make a sub-minimum wage, meaning that they mostly subsist off tips. So she not only wished for his life to...
Oh, is Ohio one of these places where they don't have to pay you a wage? Like, they pay you, like, I think the minimum wage for waiters and waitresses is, like, almost nothing, and then they make a bunch of money off of tips. That's the only way they get paid. Is that Ohio one of those places? I know they exist. That's not how it is in California. Everybody gets paid at least minimum wage in California, which our minimum wage is nice. Okay, we at like $16.50 right now. We doing pretty good.
To be destroyed by our fascist president, but she also took food off of the table for his family. Just despicable human being. Now, what's especially gross is how these...
Hold on, Mike. Dude, does Mike have this lady's picture just up on the big screen in the back? That is amazing. That is amazing. That is the type of pettiness that I am all for nowadays. Also, is Mike wearing a pineapple shirt? Isn't there something to do with pineapples on shirts that swingers do? Isn't it something like if you're at a bar and there's like a person with a pineapple shirt on, that means they're down to, you know, you and your wife and them? Isn't that what that means, Mike? You guys let me know, because I of course would not know that. I would not be aware of any type of swinger signals. That's, you know, obviously I wouldn't know that. I'm asking you guys because you guys know a lot more about those cultures than I do, okay? Totally don't know anything about
white trash racists think that they have power over minority communities the way that they wield ICE or police against them like fucking swords, as if black and brown people should bow down to them and kiss their asses, because if you inconvenience them in the slightest, then they have the power to destroy your life or even get you killed with a quick phone call. I mean, let's recall what Central Park Karen said in that viral video.
I'm going to tell them there's an African-American man threatening my life.
Meaning your life is in my hands, and I know
no, it's been a long time since we've seen that video. Damn. It's been a long time. She said, I'm going to tell them that an African-American man is threatening my life. That's what she's going to tell the police. Don't worry, guys. Totally not racist. That's not racist at all. No, definitely not racist to say the cops are more likely to come if I tell them that an African-American man is threatening my life. Not racist.
With a quick phone call. I mean, let's recall what Central Park Karen said in that viral video.
I'm going to tell them there's an African-American man threatening my life.
Meaning your life is in my hands, and I know which words to say to get them to gun.
Hold on. Look at this dog. Oh, God, it's been so long since we watched this video. Well, I don't even think I ever watched this video.
Because if you inconvenience them in the slightest, then they have the power to destroy your life or even get you killed with a quick phone call. I mean, let's recall what Central Park Karen said in that viral video.
I'm going to tell them there's...
Dude, look at the dog. What the hell, lady? Dude, that's fucking animal cruelty. What the hell, lady? She's like choking the shit out of that dog.
African-American man threatening my life.
Meaning your life is in my hands, and I know which words to say to get them to gun you down for me.
What up, Nathan?
And these same types of people are now using ICE in a similar manner. You cannot hate these people enough. They are despicable, morally reprehensible cretins. But none of this is surprising because this is the cultural effect that Donald Trump has on the country. Racists feel emboldened.
You guys see recently I posted that meme that said, you know, pretty much I'm trying to be a good person, not a nice person, so I say mean things. That's how I am, how I've always been. So as I've said before, like, you know, I'm not going to be able to exist within any party because even within the Democrats, there's people that get really upset with some of the mean shit I say. I lose subscribers all the time for all the mean shit I say to Trump supporters. And of course, there was at least one comment where a person was like, well, that just makes you no better than them. I'll tell you this, okay? Mean people don't go away by you being nice. That's not how it works. I'm sorry, but the kill 'em with kindness shit, like it has, if you have a person that has some moral character still, yeah, kill 'em with kindness. But if you have a bunch of racist ass homophobic people, like I'm not going to be nice to them. I'm not going to be like, it's okay, you know what? You understand that those are your thoughts and your feelings, and I disagree. You know, we ain't jank over here. We ain't having a beer with those people. At the end of the day, if you do some dumb shit, I'm going to call you dumb, okay? If you are a Trump supporter and you're like, well, hey, I'm not racist, I'm not homophobic, well, then I'm not talking to you, obviously. But if you are, or you're insecure that I am talking about you, then I'm probably talking to you.
Because of him. And since he's able to get away with saying racist things, they think that they can too. But guess what? It doesn't work that way. In fact, the lady who left that message to the server learned this the hard way, because one of Ricardo's coworkers posted a picture of that receipt online, and it blew up almost immediately. And it didn't take very long for internet sleuths to find her Facebook and start tagging her in the image. And here's what happened next. Newsweek reports Stephanie Lovins, the lady who left that message on the receipt, initially denied any involvement, claiming on social media that her credit card had been lost or stolen, and that someone else had used it. My credit card was lost.
Okay, hold on. That's even more amazing, though. I'm going to go with her story. I like the story, okay? So a Trump supporter stole her credit card. A Trump supporter stole her credit card, then went and had an $87 lunch at a Mexican place. That's what she did. This is what she's claiming. Oh, this is amazing. Oh, no, you guys are saying that it's, hold on. It says it's fine. Don't be giving me that. Don't be giving me the buffering symbol, okay? Don't do that to me, guys. Why you guys always messing with me? Trolling me.
Lost and stolen, and someone attempted to use it. Thanks for the notification. She's so fucking full of shit. This has been reported through my bank, she wrote on Facebook. Thank you for all the recent notifications of scammers and profile hackers. Oh, I was hacked. We've never heard that before. I recently discovered a lost missing credit card and an attempted use/purchase. I appreciate your patience while I manage the situation, she wrote on a post in LinkedIn.
Oh my God.
This woman's social...
Dude. You fucked around? Now you're finding out. That is the best. And you know what the fucking thing about this is so many Trump supporters are going to just like regurgitate this. They're going to be like, she got her credit card stolen, bro. She got her credit card stolen. She didn't even leave that. You keep calling us racist. It wasn't her. Obviously, it was the person that stole her credit card that was racist, who also happened to be a Trump supporter. But that's not what's important.
Social media account has since been deleted. Oh, I wonder why. However, this was discovered to be a false statement after the restaurant.
D-Chuck, welcome. I'm so glad that you waited 5 minutes to come in here. I'm so glad that you waited 5 minutes to write that dumbass shit in my chat. Look at you. You are the sharpest tool in the shed, dog. Liberalism is mental illness. This coming from a Trump supporter that literally belongs to a cult, dog. Okay, if you want to talk about mental illness, we can watch some Trump supportive videos. Oh, we can do that. Y'all got the monopoly on mental illness. Thanks for being here, though. You provide me with content. I love that shit. What's happening progressively?
Restaurant reviewed CCTV footage and confirmed that she was inside the restaurant, leading to her termination at the real estate company that she worked for. Now, a spokesperson for Century 21, her employer, addressed the incident, stating that hate has no place within the brand and that the situation is being taken seriously. In other words, she fucked around and she
about to
found
get
out
fired.
real quick.
A lot
Turns
of
out
Trump
that you
supporters
can't
going to be in
be
an
openly
unemployment
racist
line
towards people without consequence. Just because Trump is able to get away with it doesn't mean that you can too. And listen, if it wasn't already obvious, I have no sympathy for this Karen, because she wished for this server's life to be destroyed. That's what would happen if you were undocumented and deported. You would lose everything. But guess what? She ended up destroying her own life instead. That, my friends, is what I'd like to call poetic justice. Now, in the off chance somebody stumbles across this video and thinks that I'm being too harsh, I can assure you that, one, I'm not being harsh enough, and two, she's probably the type of person who would never extend that same sympathy to the people that she doesn't like. To show you what I mean, I want to play for you a video of a TikToker crying after his mom was deported. Now, this video went viral, so we're going to watch it, and then I want to show you the comments that this individual received.
Yep.
My mom just got deported. My mom just got deported. It's so not fair. It's so not fair. She's literally not a criminal. Like, she's literally just paid her taxes. She's literally just hug your loved ones, please.
Now, when normal people see this kind of pain and suffering, they feel empathy. They feel sad because this is unnecessary suffering. It doesn't have to be this way.
When Trump supporters see it, they're like, fuck that guy. He's a terrible person. He should be out of here too, because that guy right there, that guy's fucking probably committing crimes with his pink glasses on.
His mom does not deserve to be deported. He doesn't deserve to lose his mother. This feeling that we feel when we see that, it's called being a human. However, when conservatives see this kind of thing, when they see the effect that the policies they support have on their victims, they don't feel a shred of sympathy.
That's a good question, Reverend.
Instead,
that's actually a solid
they do a
question.
victory lap. Here's some of the comments to that
Benny?
video. A Guatemalan influencer breaks down in tears after his mother was deported by Tom Homan. So good. Those tears have absolutely zero emotional impact on me. In fact, my eyes rolled so hard, I'm surprised they didn't get stuck that way. I voted for this. Why didn't he go with her? What a douche.
I told you!
He should be deported himself just for being so whiny and pathetic. Send the anchor baby back also. Damn, this crying man has convinced me we need to do away with borders, laws, and rules. They need to go back and get him. Deport him too for being a f***. These are the kind of people that we're talking about
I called
here.
that shit.
Sick, sadistic fucks
inside
who
the Trump
relish in the
supporters'
pain and
heads.
suffering of others. They get off on it. It fuels them. So if one of these kinds of people, like this lady, are stupid enough to say something like this without the anonymity afforded to them by the internet and catch...
I think we should deport her ass. I think that, that's the kind of shit I want to see videos of. I want to see Karen getting deported. I want Karen to get deported from America. Like, that would be absolutely amazing. I think that's the type of shit that should be all over TikTok.
Catches up with them, spare them your fucking sympathy.
You bet there's
Save
way
your
worse.
sympathy for their
he
victims.
probably the safe for work comments is what he posted.
I don't feel bad for this racist Karen. In fact, I hope that she stubs her toe too. But I will say that what does give me a little bit of hope is the overwhelming response from the community to this Karen's racism.
I think it's despicable. You know, that's not who America is.
Like I said, that's the I'm trying to be a good person, not a nice person. Like, there's a Democrat or two that are like, stop saying that. Stop. We're not like them. I'm like, fuck that. Shit. Dude, take her ass down to the border and drop her off on the other side. Like, nah, I am that petty. I am 100% that petty. I laugh the whole fucking time.
We're all immigrants.
Ron Sitters from Granville has never been to the cantina, but came to show support.
The food was wonderful.
Rob.
The people were courteous. Everything was wonderful.
Oh, Ron. Sorry, Ron, not Rob. That's because Ron has a dope beard, okay? Ron's got a nice beard. That's why. That beard right there says that this gentleman, he knows him some good Mexican food, okay?
So I was in shock when I saw that
Send
story
him to
because I
Russia.
literally had just come back from Mexico the day before, and kind of broke my heart.
We never expected that to go that viral or having that reactions. Thankfully, all the community has been really supportive.
The employees say people are already planning to come in
Dope. That's good for them. That's awesome.
next Sunday when Ricardo works and make the day special for him.
This is a space for being inclusive, and there's no space for hate inside Casualas.
The employees say they hope some good will come out of sharing this story.
And that right there makes me think
Good stuff.
maybe not all hope is lost. To see
Exactly.
communities come together and stand up for each other makes me feel
Reverend,
like
that's
maybe
your
we
twin brother?
might still be able to salvage this country one day. Probably not, but maybe there's a small chance. But one of the reasons why things feel so bleak right now is because it's not just the evil fascistic policies that are so bad. It's the culture that's being fostered by Donald Trump and the Republican Party too. That also has...
That's one of the things that I've said about people that are like, you guys just can't take a joke. It's just trolling. Shit. It's not like, he's not actually racist. Yeah, he did the Hitler salute, but he's just trying to troll you libs on the left, make you cry them liberal tears. That's what he was doing. Even if you wanted to be 100% best faith argument and say, you're right, all they're doing is trolling. They're trying to get the libs worked up and make them cry, which is kind of just fucking a little bit of an unprofessional political stance, but hey, let's just say it is. Let's say the highest office in the country is currently occupied by a guy that likes to troll average everyday Americans and make them cry. Let's just say that's 100% true. If that is true, you still have to realize that there are people out there that are so fucking stupid that when they see shit like this, they're like, well, that's right. They're white nationalists. I'll be one too. Because you know what? Like, I'm tired of them Mexicans, bro. All right? They over here. I mean, I'm going to go down there and probably eat lunch and stuff, but I'm going to leave them a message on their receipt. I'm going to be like, fuck you. You got to get deported. That's right. It was a good burrito, though. I want to see her Yelp review.
Has a profound impact on so many people, socially, psychologically. But fortunately, we're not the only ones paying a price for Donald Trump's ascendance, because the people who voted for him also, who thought that their privilege would protect them, are also getting fucked over by this administration. And truly, no one is spared, and they're learning that the hard way right now. And I'm sad to admit that seeing them get fucked over by the person who they voted for gives me a little bit of schadenfreude.
Yeah. Like I said, somebody said it earlier, I think it was Pinker said, seeing all these videos, or maybe it was Natalie said, seeing all these videos, actually, it's like kind of cathartic. It's funny. Because these are the type of people that want to take that type of attitude towards you and your loved ones. They think it's funny that you get deported. They think it's funny that they've trolled you by helping to support white nationalism and make it spread further and further across the country, which could put your children, their lives at risk. These are people that think it's funny to continue to push things, push conspiracies about LGBT people, and once again, quite possibly make it unsafe for your children to come out as being gay or trans. They think all that shit's funny. So, yeah, you know what? I do think it's funny when your ass gets called out for being a racist piece of shit and everybody on the internet has a good laugh at your expense. I think it's great.
Case in point, I want to hear from a 3-time Trump voter who also is a federal employee that worked for the IRS, who was just terminated by DOJ.
Oh, yeah.
Here's what he has to say
this is
about
amazing.
voting for somebody that ended his job.
Did you anticipate that this might happen or regret your vote at all?
No, I don't necessarily regret my vote.
I told you. It's a fucking cult, dude. Bro, if I voted for Kamala and they just they're like, we're closing down all small businesses. They're like, fuck it. And I lost my job. I'd be like, fuck Kamala. I'd be like, what the fuck, man? I voted for you. You know you're in a cult when you get fired from your job by the dude that you voted for, and you're like, well, no, I don't regret my vote. I mean, it's fine if he makes me homeless. I mean, he's making America great again, just not specifically for me. Dude, I love that. I like the picture they have up of Trump right there, like looking down at dude.
I think the options that we had on both sides were. I think we could have had better choices on both sides. But for me, with what's going on here,
hold on, we could have had better choices on both sides. I hate the people that make this argument. Well, if Kamala would have got in there, it's pretty much the same things would have happened in Gaza. Like, no, it wouldn't have. You can't tell me that Kamala will be talking about putting a resort in fucking Gaza right now. You couldn't tell me that Kamala would be talking about leveling Gaza right now. You can't tell me that Kamala would have gotten this IRS dude fired. Can we fucking stop with the both sides of the same bullshit? He's not even the other side. I've said this before when you guys talked about, when we were talking Romney, Obama, when we were talking about Clinton, Bush, I would have 100% been able to have the conversation with you about both sides being very similar, right? We're well past that, guys. We are so far past that. There is no comparison between Tim, just stay out of your neighbor's business walls, and fucking JD Vance and Donald Trump. There's no comparison between Trump and Kamala, and it's just straight fucking cope for people to be like, Kamala would have just been just as bad, bro. Like, the biggest thing that people hated for the first, 2 years of Joe Biden's presidency was they're like, he doesn't come out and give enough speeches. He doesn't talk to the press enough. Like, that was your main fucking argument. Biden doesn't talk to the press enough. Like, that was, for the first 2 years of his presidency, what made people mad. The first 2 months of Donald Trump's presidency, every fucking day is some type of fucking calamity. It's not even close. And if you believe they're both the same, I don't know what the fuck to tell you.
My performance reviews all meet
What
or
up,
exceeds.
D-Cypher? What up, Manny?
My bosses were very happy
What up,
with me
guys?
finding work to do, even if they didn't have something for me immediately. And with my particular job, between education, training, and compliance checks, we were able to recover far more revenue than the cost of keeping me employed.
Damn. Oh my God. He just straight up fucking coped so hard. Oh my God. He just, dude, that's like if your wife left you. That's like if your wife came in and your buddy was like, yo, so I heard your wife left you, bro. And you're like, well, I don't have a lot of job options right now. And, I don't have a car. And also, I really could have been better about things. And he's like, well, yeah, but didn't she sleep with your brother? And you're like, well, hey, he's in better shape than I am. He has a working vehicle. I understand. I understand why she cheated. I heard that she's pregnant with this kid. Hey, he's going to be a better father. He's actually... when I think about it with my heart of hearts, he's actually probably going to be the better father. Damn.
So when you think about the premise of Doge and that it's trying to root out fraud and wasteful spending, do you think that this approach will get to that with your particular job or your agency?
Well, I think with all large agencies, there's going to be some people who underperform, and I believe there is some fraud, waste, and abuse, but I don't think that they're doing a very good job.
Bro, they think you're underperforming. You're the one who got fired.
Of finding out exactly what needs to be cut. I think they're just taking the chainsaw to it instead of doing some critical thinking and doing some investigations to see.
Yeah, that would be a reason to criticize it. That would be a real good reason to criticize what they did. You see, most of us agree that there is corruption, that there is fraud, and that there is waste in our government. We agree with that. And we also agree that we think that our tax dollars should be going to better things than some of the things our government is spending it on. But the way that you would accomplish that is not the way that Donald Trump and Elon Musk are doing this. They're morons. Everything that they think, every plan that they have is fucking dumb, okay? I'm astounded every time because I'm like, you know what? It's a new day. Wake up in the morning. I'm like, all right, have my coffee, go to work. I'm like, I'm going to hear some crazy shit from Donald Trump today. But who knows? Maybe today will be the day that he announces a plan and brings the cost of groceries down. Maybe today is the day when I wake up and he has actually brought peace to Ukraine and Russia. Maybe today is the first day I'm actually going to have to get on my stream and go, you know what, guys? Donald Trump did it. I'm sorry, guys, but I got to admit it. The man, he solved these problems. And every day he has a new plan that sounds dumber than the plan that he had last time. It's like he is one-upping himself in stupidity. He's like, that last one was going to be real hard to one-up, but hold my beer. Jesus Christ.
Exactly.
These people are insane,
what is good and
dude.
what is bad.
Will
Just letting it all go instead.
Will this impact how you vote in the midterms?
Oh, no.
We'll have to see what's going on. Yeah, it's going to impact how I vote in the midterms, yes.
Okay.
In what way?
Oh, God. I clicked too soon. I was about to give him some credit, but I clicked too soon. Come on, man. Come on, man. I need a W here. I need a W, sir. Pull through for me. I need you to say right here that you're not going to support Trump-supported candidates or people that are willing to take a chainsaw to the government when it should be a scalpel. That's what I need you to say right now. Come on, dude. You can do it. You can do it.
Well, I'm going to see exactly who's going to try to help fight for the workers, for veterans. I want the best for this country, no matter who's in charge.
Hey, idiot! She is.
God damn it! Oh, he's gonna vote for Trump, people. Oh, he's gonna vote for Trump, people. The brainwashing, it's good. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. If we could bottle the type of brainwashing these motherfuckers have, like we could do some shit. We could get some shit done. Like you could have equal rights for everybody. If you could brainwash people the way that Donald Trump has, but did it for like a good reason, like you could make these motherfuckers like treat each other fairly, not leave receipts that say, I hope you get deported on it. Things like that, dude, the world would be so much better. Holy shit. He could not do it. He couldn't pull the answer out. He couldn't do it. Here, let's do it one more time. Let's do it one more time.
For the workers, for veterans, I want the best for this country, no matter who's in charge.
Hey, idiot! She is gently trying to get you to understand how you cut off your own nose to spite your own fucking face.
Exactly.
See, you voted for a party that's talked about abolishing the IRS for years now, but you probably thought that your job would be spared because you're not one of them DEI hires, right?
Oh, dude, he just said it. He said the thing. I was saying this the other day. It's like, it's bad if you were like, let's say you were in USAID. Let's say you work for USAID or the CFPB, right? And you voted for Trump because you thought Trump was going to like tear apart the government, get rid of waste and fraud. You work in the government, you see it, you know that there's waste and fraud. So you're like, he's going to do that. That's what you believe. Like, I can almost understand that, right? But if you work for the IRS and you voted for Trump, you are a moron. Because not just Trump, the Republican Party has been talking about getting rid of the IRS forever. Forever. This isn't even like, you can't even say that this guy, like the party changed. Like, there's a lot about conservatism that has changed in the last 8 years. So maybe a conservative guy goes, hey man, like, I'm an old school conservative and I didn't know that they were going to do this. Like, this is a new way of thinking in conservatism. I can't believe that they did this. No, this is literally something that the fucking Republican Party has talked about forever. And Donald Trump hates the IRS. He talks about it all the goddamn time. And you voted for him and then you got fired. Like, this is why it's almost impossible to have empathy for these people. Because it's like, you did that shit to yourself, dog. Oh my God. It's amazing.
But I hate to break it to you, bud, but DEI includes you too. This man is a veteran. And as the Washington Post reports, Trump's executive orders on DEI may affect veterans as well, since the OPM didn't specify whether or not their preferred status has also been eliminated. Quote, none of these OPM memos explicitly exempts preference-hired veterans or military spouses when discussing DEI programs and protected characteristics. So presumably, all employees and officials of federal DEI offices, veterans and military spouses included, are prohibited under Trump's order from doing that work, whether they are placed on leave, resigned, or terminated.
Oh, what the hell just said? Did they really put the microchips in the ivermectin? That's a good question. That's a good question, actually. Was the brainwashing chemicals that all these people were so afraid of, was it actually in the stuff that they've been taking? Did they fuck that up? Like, they asked Trump, they're like, you put the brainwashing shit, the microchips, you put it in the vaccine, right? And he's like, They're like, the stuff. We all talked about this, Donald. You were tweeting the whole goddamn time. You said you knew what we were talking about. And he's like, I don't know. The ivermectin? I put it in the ivermectin. You said the ivermectin.
Oops.
Oh, dude.
So for those unaware, DEI programs are also put in place to help veterans and their spouses, since they too face barriers to employment and institutional bias. But you probably thought that DEI just applied to black and brown people, and you had to find out the hard way that you might actually be a DEI hire yourself. I mean, you can't make this shit up. It's like a fucking parody. But it's also frustrating because we have to come to terms with the fact that there is a large portion of the American population who would happily vote against their own self-interest so long as marginalized people get fucked over more. And even though marginalized people will undoubtedly bear the brunt of the pain and suffering, I don't want to hear from people like this. I don't want to hear you complain about how you were fucked over too if this is what the fuck you voted for. I didn't agree to this. You did. So shut the fuck up and stop crying, pussy. I mean, this man is twice my age, and he's too stupid to understand.
I told you, the best part of all of this, if there's a silver lining, the best part of all of this is watching left-wing people finally grow a fucking spine and wake up and be like, you know what? I'm going to call you a pussy. Pussy. Like, it's about goddamn time. In that video I made about Al Green getting censored, I said it. I was like, you know, he talked about the being from the civil rights era of being a Democrat. Like, people forgot there is a generation of Democrats, of left-wing liberal people that got pushed to a point from the Red Scare and all the communism shit where they're like, we've had a fucking enough of this. And we are going to get out in the streets and we are going to be loud and we are going to be unapologetic. And we are going to make these motherfuckers give people equal rights. And then they coasted after that. The Democrats felt good. It's just like right before the Red Scare with Roosevelt, the New Deal. You had 2 decades of liberals being in charge and feeling good about like kind of being like, all right, things are going good. We won. We did it. And they got soft. So that's why, like, one of my biggest problems nowadays is with hearing, like, liberals that come in the chat or liberals that comment on my videos or in my memes and stuff. And they're like, if you go down to that level, you're just as bad as they are. Yeah, you know what got civil rights? It wasn't a bunch of people going, hey, please. Hey, guys. Hey, you I know you're like a white nationalist. I know that's your thing. But it'd be really cool if these minorities could have equal rights. And somebody was like, you know what? Actually, he asked nicely. He said, please. Fucking, you can't say no to a please. I'll just go ahead and sign that over to him. Like, no, you got to wake the fuck up and realize that people don't listen to your meek ass. You got to wake up and realize that if you really want to get heard, you need to shout louder than these fucking MAGA Republicans. You need to get out there and you have to be twice as loud as them, because the shit they believe, it's addictive. It's conspiracy theory. It makes life so much more dramatic and fun. It's entertainment. So if you want to like get people to actually understand that your beliefs are the right beliefs because you just want to see other people doing better, you just want people to have equal rights, you want people to wake up every day and know that they're going to be housed and fed and have a job, like that's what you care about, well, you're going to have to shout loudly over the motherfucker talking about chips being in vaccines. Because they like to talk about the shit they talk about. They enjoy it, and they finally found a fucking audience for it. I love hearing Mike go off. I love hearing that shit.
Stop crying, pussy. I mean, this man is twice my age, and he's too stupid to understand that actions have consequences. It's probably too late to teach that to him, but I mean, it's a fucking miracle that he made it this far in life if you don't understand how voting for a party that has been wanting to abolish the IRS for decades might fuck you over.
Benny does.
It's astonishing to me. But I mean, this guy is not the only Trump supporter that this happened to. On the Leopards Ate My Face subreddit, user Free Chicken Dinner shared a screenshot of a Trump voter.
Hold on, there's a Leopards Ate My Face subreddit? Why do I not know about this? Did you guys not know about the Leopards Ate My Face subreddit? Are you guys hiding this from me? You assholes. I cannot believe it. Did you guys know about this? Jesus, I'm so upset right now. No one shared this in the Discord. Somebody needs to share this in the Discord, like right now.
Finding out in real time that Trump's war on the administrative state affects him too. So on February 15th, he didn't believe that Trump and Musk couldn't figure out how to rehire nuclear officials who they accidentally fired. But the following week, he got a taste of what those nuclear officials were dealing with firsthand, writing in a post to Elon Musk on Twitter, I voted for Trump. I'm a government employee working 29 years for the DOD. The disrespect has come over the years from both sides. This time, it is out of control. We are political punching bags, and we are not the deep state. We have been wrongly treated like crap.
Oh, D-man. This is the problem. They don't know what deep state means. When people refer to the deep state, if you're not like some kind of crazy conspiracy theorist, right? When people refer to the deep state that are like political, they're talking about the administrative wing of the government. And I say that with air quotes because there's not really specifically a administrative wing of the government, right? Like it's just administration. It's just the bureaucrats, as they call them. Like, my guy, you are the deep state. You are the person that they've been talking about this whole time. They're the person, you're the person you have been talking about. I guarantee D-Man here was like, fuck yeah, Trump's gonna get rid of the deep state. You're the deep state. Fucking look up what the deep state is. It's not a cabal of fucking pedos or fucking people going to Epstein's Island or any of that other shit. The deep state is the administrative wing that made Trump's first elected term hell for him because there was red tape that he hated dealing with. He hated the fact that he had to push his ideas through these bureaucrats to get them to decide whether or not they would move it along at the pace that he wanted them to. There's a reason they exist, because they're checks and balances, because we don't want people to just sign executive orders and then it just go into law. You could do that and just be like, being gay is illegal. Remember that during the Red Scare? That shit could happen again if there was nobody to fucking deal with the paperwork that goes along with this stuff. This guy literally has probably been talking shit about himself and doesn't even know it. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. People are so dumb.
Now, the next day, he responded to Donald Trump directly on Twitter, writing, "I voted for you 3 times. Why are you allowing Elon Musk to abuse federal workers? Doge doesn't need to fire 200,000. They just need to fire 1. We are not the deep state. We protect this country with technology. If you continue down this path, this country will have no future." Amazing, isn't it? Now, fortunately for this person, it doesn't seem like they've lost their job yet, but they do still take issue with how all probationary workers are being let go without cause, and it feels like a 29-year civil servant such as themselves is owed much more respect than they're getting.
There you go.
But I mean,
there you go.
This is why people like myself tried to sound the alarm about Project 2025, because it clearly detailed the right's plan to dismantle the entire administrative
and everybody
state.
called us crazy.
So as a federal employee, I don't understand why you would vote for that agenda unless you're completely ignorant or you hope that you wouldn't be affected yourself. Also, side note, Project 2025 is already 38% complete, so it's on track to be fully implemented before their 180-day timeline.
Which is important. As I've said before, all presidents want to get everything they possibly can accomplished within the first 100 to 180 days. That's like, it's the sweet spot for presidents, is what they want to do. And here we go again. This is one of those things that you had people within the left wing that were like, oh, we shouldn't talk about Project 2025. That's conspiracy theory. Wasn't it fucking Anna Kasparian of the TYT people? Wasn't it her that was like, Donald Trump doesn't know anything about that Project 2025. Oh, how do you know that, Anna? He said so. Like, this is what I'm saying. The left's got to get their shit together. You got to stop letting people come into left-wing circles with right-wing points of view because you're worried that you might look like a conspiracy theorist. Because you're worried that you might look mean. We're not the mean ones. We're the empathetic ones. We're not the intolerant left. We're really tolerant, hyper tolerant. Like, no, fucking stop it, man. Project 2025 was real. Donald Trump knew about it. And it's fucking embarrassing that a person that does politics for a goddamn living is going to get on camera and say Donald Trump doesn't know anything about it when he literally tweeted in his first fucking term about how he had accomplished something like 70% of their agenda within the first year of him being in office. Fucking stop. It's embarrassing. I do this as a fucking hobby. I'm here for like 3 hours twice a week after I work my fucking full-time job, parent my children, work out, and I still have time to not be as fucking dumb as Anna Kasparian.
But in conclusion, the lesson for today's video is that actions have consequences. If you vote for a racist or expose your racism to the rest of us, it very well may come back to bite you in the ass.
Good video, Mike. Like I said, I like seeing Mike nowadays. We don't agree on everything. And we don't have to agree on everything. Mike's got some shit that he believes that I don't. But we believe in the same fundamental values. And that's that all people deserve to have equal rights. All people deserve to live the best life that they can in the wealthiest country in the world. They deserve to know where their next fucking meal's gonna come from. They deserve to be housed. They deserve to have heating and air conditioning. Like, this is insane that there's rifts between, say, a person like myself and Mike because we disagree on some things within the party or how they should be done. That shouldn't exist. The left's got to get over their bullshit and realize that sometimes you're not going to agree on everything, but when you agree on the same fundamental values, it's about time to grow the fuck up, shake hands, and say, let's get this shit done. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please like and subscribe and hit that notification bell, and check out that video on the screen now.